Thank you very much. Respected Mr. Joshi, Ms. Gadkari, all dignitaries, all guests, thank you very much for invitation. Really honored to be here today. Just for my introduction, which was done now, maybe key things that I have different experience of working in India, 50% of doing business in India, and implementation of one of the most post-Soviet project of construction a plant in India in partnership with Reliance Industries, and now government experience as Deputy Trade Commissioner. I am fully responsible for B2B sphere. We have one more deputy responsible for G2G, and I am fully responsible due to my background for B2B. I decided to make my speech a little bit different in comparison with my plans in the beginning. I have very big presentation about Russia, and I will try organizing committee to share with you. But due to brilliant speeches of my colleagues from diplomatic pool, I think I will not say a lot of new in my speech, because practically I will repeat information about free trade zones, about industries which can be attractive for Indian business. I will try to put emphasis on some key moments different in comparison with other countries as for Russian-Indian trade cooperation. And after that, to pass the floor, my colleague from Russian biggest bank Sber here in Bangalore, just to say some words about payment, like one of the most acute and key moment in cooperation. Because I know as for Indian businessmen, they know more or less about Russia, but they have some real headaches, some real questions which I'd like to give answer now. And first of all, we have now a brilliant situation for revival our trade between countries, because we had a turnover about 13 billion before 2022, and really this figure didn't meet the potential between two countries and our links in political sphere and our friendship in the past. But within 2022, 23 and 24, we increased our turnover till 70 billion USD and now have a target to reach 100 billion. And it's really a reachable amount. We have some maybe disbalance in our trade, really, because about 65 billion it's export from Russia to India, and a little bit less than 5 billion it's export from India to Russia. It resulted us in disbalance in payment system and some problems with making trade transactions between two countries, because mostly we do it now in a ruble-rupee system. And three key points. Oh, first of all, before these key points, I want to say that now, for pessimists, I can say that mostly Russia exports minerals, crude oils, coal, fertilizers to India. Yeah, really, 90% of our export consists of these goods. But nevertheless, to be realists, not optimists, but realists, we can say that we see now the picture of widening the number of commodities in our export to India. And this period, it's the best time to widen, to follow leaders from oil and gas sector, because it's absolutely positive media phone for our cooperation. Because before 2022, there was nothing on the table in our cooperation. Practically, it was very difficult to offer to Indian businessmen something apart from military sector and apart from nuclear technologies. Now we are exporter number 2 to India, and it means that sanctions do not work. Sanctions against Russia, and it is possible to cooperate, first of all. And second point, we have huge potential, because we understand and see the tendency. Now we are widening export to India, not only in mineral sector, and besides that, the tendency in export from India to Russia is also growing. Last year we have practically plateau in export to India, 10% from Russia, and more than 20% from India grows, more than 20% as for export from India to Russia. And it's not only tea, coffee, rice, etc. First of all, this is chemical industry, pharma, machine tools, etc., etc., etc. We also have good economic indicators. We also have free trade zones in Russia, and we also have preferences for investors. In what spheres we can expect these investments and partners? Here we have one specific peculiarity in comparison with other countries. A lot of Western producers, Western partners left Russia in automobile, in construction, in hotel and restaurants, in petrochemical, in leather industry, and practically all others. For Indian businessmen, I can say that for export, you have the best time now. We have a lack of producers practically in all spheres, and we are open for cooperation here. And we know about Self-Reliant India program, that India has producers practically in all spheres, and Trade Commission can connect you with proper consumers practically in all spheres. We are interested to attract Indian companies, and really we, again, I repeat, know about Self-Reliant India, that you produce commodities in all sectors, and we know where to attract your business. Second point, that now situation with payment system has stabilized. Now 90% of remittances are done in ruble rupiah. Practically just a few in USD and euro, a little bit in dirhams and yuans, and 90% in ruble rupiah. And practically there is no obstacle in this process, and my colleague from Sber will give the information deeper. Second point, the third point is logistic. Logistic has also stabilized, and we have 3 routes functioning absolutely on regular base, from St. Petersburg, from Novorossiysk, and from Vladivostok. As for sea shipments, also we have our hub for INSTC project, and I can say that in this sector we have Russian operators which work in stable way, but we're very interested in increasing of number of Indian logistic and insurance company. Also, we are very interested in cooperation in insurance sector. and we have 7 Russian companies, but would like to attract Indian insurance company to insure all cargos by sea, air, and railway supply. And I cannot tell about all sectors, but I should tell about manpower. Russia faced a lack of manpower, especially blue collars, and we know that India is very active in labor migration to Western companies and especially to Middle East now. We are open for this cooperation too. And cooperation in educational sphere. Now we have a growing tendency. Within 3 years, number of students increased twice, and we would like to follow this tendency and to increase it more. And now mostly in medical education, we would like to widen in engineering sphere due to number of joint projects between 2 countries. We used to have 30 projects in metallurgy, oil and gas, machine tooling sectors before 2022. Now we have more than 80. So it can be, this education can be connected with employment. So, just to complete in my speech, we see potential and prospects in all spheres. And we know that we have a real friendship and something in common in our cross-cultural cooperation. So, please, during our after first part of the conference session, please come. We will discuss concrete ways how to reach, how to enter Russian market, how to find partners, and how to organize meeting with proper partners. We will do our best. Thank you very much. And I'd like to pass the floor to my friend and colleague from Sberbank, Mr. Gupta.